Hello guys, and welcome to the third episode of a Revamped Guide to Kohau series, and in today's video, we'll be going over UI navigation. Basically, what that means is that you have all this brand new UI from the Revamped update, and you may be wondering where some things are. Like maybe how do you access settings, or emotes, or anything like that. And that's what we'll be covering in today's video. Starting off at the top of your screen, you have your sushi rolls, the time, and your chef points. These will display how much sushi rolls and chef points you have without having to look at the leaderboard or your journal. Also at the top of your screen, you have your greetings button where you can access your greetings. And just below that, you have your quest button where you can see your quest and any NPC takeout orders that may appear here as well. On the other side of your screen, you have your shop and your phone, which we'll be going over later. And at the bottom of your screen, you have your inventory, which we'll go over right now. In your inventory, you have the menu, and if you're a chef, you have the secret menu and notepad. This is also where any foods will go once they're handed to you. And this is where things like the broomstick, hoverboard, banana launcher, or the snowball launcher, these are where it would be as well. How you access these items is by pressing the plus icon, where you can toggle your foods and your other. You can toggle what's in your inventory. So let's say I don't want anything in my inventory. I could just toggle everything off. Let's say I want the menu, my secret menu, my notepad, and my broomstick. I could toggle that. What if I want everything? I could just toggle everything. It's a customizable inventory, and it is pretty useful, especially when you have a lot of items. The same thing applies for foods, I just don't have any. Now, like I said, you have the shop and your phone, so let's start with the shop. The top button is passes. This is where you can buy game passes or just look at them. You can also buy game passes over there in the town shop area, but I'll go over there in a different video. Right under that, you have sushi rolls. You can access this by either pressing your sushi roll icon at the top of your screen or just by pressing the shop. This is where you can buy sushi rolls. Same thing goes for points. You can press the top of your screen or you can just open up the shop. This is where you can buy chef points. Over here, you can buy a points boost, which basically whenever you serve a food, it kind of knocks up the amount of points you get per food served. So let's say you serve somebody just any food. If you had the 2 times points boost, you get 2 points. If you had certified hibachi chef, you'd get 4. Same thing applies for the 4 points. If you gave a food to somebody with the 4 times points boost, you get 4 points. But if you're certified, you get 8 points. So it is pretty useful, especially when grinding. Right under that, you have particles where you can roll these kind of like loot crates. Right over here, to get different particles. Now, this is not available in every single country because some countries have laws prohibiting things like this. So, in case you don't see them, that is probably why. Same thing goes for trails. This is where you can also buy, trail crates right over here. And same thing applies if there's a lot in your country, you may not see this. And down here, you have the name tags. This is where you'd buy name tags. I bought everything in the game. As you see over here, I own quite literally anything obtainable. So this is where the name tags will show up if there's any, name tags for you to buy with a certain amount of sushi rolls. I also forgot to mention that if you're looking to buy tricks, you just go over here to one of the grills. When you're cooking something, once the animations pop up right here, this is where you'd buy tricks. Again, I already own everything, so it doesn't show up for me, but this is where you'd buy tricks. And if you want to buy uniforms, you just go right over here to the uniform shop. Again, I own everything. It is right by the registers right here. Now for the big one, the phone. On the phone, there are 7 apps, and I'm going to try and go through this as quickly as possible. So the first app over here is items. This is where you can see your inventory, like your particles, trails, name tags, uniforms, and your vehicles. Right next to that is the chef benefits. This is where you can see your chef benefits. You can see your progress, the levels, what the prizes are. That's how you open up chef benefits. It's not on the top corner of your screen anymore. Right here is rewards. This is where you can get your time rewards. Again, it's not on the top corner of your screen. Right over here is the settings. These are where you can toggle your settings. This is audio settings, where you can adjust music, sound effects, ambience, or NPC voices. Here is other, where auto AFK when switching windows, cosmetics, interactions, extra speed, friend pop-ups, enable haptics, graphics level, and mobile jump button. And right over here is staff, where you can toggle eating animation, faster cooking, showing your secret menu, this one's really helpful. I'm gonna go over it real quick. Basically, with this toggle, whenever you pull up your secret menu, it shows it. But if you disable it right here, now whenever you have your secret menu, it doesn't show up. It's pretty useful as a chef. Next, you have your journal. This is where you can, view your journal. You can see your stats. You can write about yourself over here. You can see all your secret recipes, and you can see all the other things like particles, trails, tags, uniforms, and tricks. Right over here is a report button. This is where you can access your mod calls, and you can actually warn players. So let's say someone was being disruptive and you don't know their username, or their username's very long, or you might get banned if you type their username in the chat. So instead of just having to use the command, you now have the option to view everyone in the server and report them for a reason. I'm not going to report anyone because, that'd probably get me in trouble, but this is where you can warn people now. Right here is the codes app. This is where you can enter different codes. There actually has been a recent code revamp if you haven't already done it. You have to follow Scripted Julia, Owen, and Timmy first in order to redeem the codes, but this is where you would enter codes. Right over here is the Places app. So, because of the map revamp, there has been a lot more added, and you may be a little bit confused. This is where you can teleport to any of the major locations in the map, such as spawn. I can just teleport to spawn. You have this cool animation. So yep, I'm over here in spawn. Let's say I want to go over to the island dining. I can just press island dining and voila, I'm here. Or maybe I want to go to the apartments. I am right here as well. So, it's a pretty useful feature, and it should definitely help you guys get used to the map. I'll be making a video more about locations next. Next is the emotes button. This is where you can access all of your emotes inside the game. These are the free emotes right here, and these are the Game Pass emotes right here. Lastly, here is the Photos app. This is where you can actually take photos using Roblox's capture features. You can toggle things like depth of field, which pretty much focuses only on your character. You can toggle lock gaze, which your character's head will follow wherever your camera is pointing. Here you can actually disable the ability to see others. So like you see right here, there are 4 people in here. But if I disable this, they're gone. Right here, you can change the filters. There are, I believe, 7 filters so far. We got pop, soft, antique, cute, dramatic, and monochrome. Right over here is where you could do some emotes or poses if you'd like. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different poses you can do. All over here. And of course, once you want to take a photo, you just press the photo button and it automatically takes a screenshot. But yeah, that might have been a lot to take in, but I sincerely do hope this video may have helped you out in any way possible. But yeah, as for that, that'll be all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this video helps you out, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.